Hello, this is Trevor. Today we're working on another CORS vulnerability in Portswigger's Web Security Academy. This time it's a CORS vulnerability with trusted insecure protocols. The website has an insecure CORS configuration that it trusts on all subdomains regardless of protocol. Solve the lab. Craft some JavaScript that uses CORS to retrieve the administrator's API and upload the code to your exploit server, and we solve it when we upload or submit the administrator's API key. We have our own account to log in, and we'd normally do this with man in the middle. We can't do man in the middle in the labs, so there's got to be another way. Okay. Interesting. Let's open up the lab and try to find this vulnerability. Please remember to like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. I would appreciate that. Let me go ahead and turn burp on, just so we know what we're looking at. Okay, let's see. We're looking for something. Let's check stock. This looks interesting. Wonder if, let's go here, proxy, HTTP history. Let's go through a few of these. We're looking for anything that leads us to something we can, that's all the same domain. And this is a subdomain. There's not much there, but because it's a subdomain, this makes me think it is the right spot. Let's send this to repeater, and let's add something here and send it and see what happens. It's reflected, so maybe we have reflected cross-site scripting. Let's try it store ID too. Invalid product. Looks like, well, let's try. Okay. So the product is the way to go. Can we do script console.log 1 in script? Highlight this, Control U. Send. That looks good. Let me do request in browser. An original session is fine. Let me close this. Go here. Inspect console. Yeah. Sweet. All right. So this looks like we can exploit with JavaScript, right? So what if in the other labs we had created an iframe or delivered a page that did that CSRF? So what if we wrote in, or sorry, not CSRF, but the CORS. So what if we wrote in enough JavaScript here to exploit that CORS, which I'm assuming, I didn't actually check that, is the same request here. So let me log in. Wiener Peter. Yeah, that looks right. Proxy account details. Yeah. So what if we write in enough JavaScript that allow credentials? Won't care about access control allow origin because it's a subdomain. Host, this came from itself. What if we did stock? Let's send to repeater, and did stock dot. Oh, we need origin. Sorry. Let me highlight. Crap. Come on. Copy origin. Stock dot. We've got it. Access control allow origin is true. And is that the right? Where's, oh, we had it in repeater right here. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so we've got the access control allow credentials, which is great. That's what's needed. And it'll accept it when the origin is from a different location. Or from a subdomain, rather. Sweet. We don't need this. Or this. And let's try putting stock here. All right, all that works. So here's my plan. Create enough JavaScript in this exploit in the here to do the request and submit the API key to the log that we can then get it. The only thing that concerns me is that that's a lot of JavaScript, and I just hope that we can fit it all without any restrictions in this parameter. Do we need one? So we may have to try to implement some, some space-saving techniques. We still got it. Okay. So let's start writing it out. I'm going to start with, let's just start with an empty vim with an empty script. Start from scratch. Breaking HTTPS attack. Vim breaking HTTPS attack.py. Let's go to utils, template. And then right here, we want payload equals. I'll triple quote it at first and then move it to one line once we know it's working. And then here I want to blog. Oh, this is another site, by the way. Changing word. Shop. Boom. Changing word. Shop. Okay. Shop.get response, which we need the URL equals URL. Let's stop there. Resp equals print resp.text. Okay, let's start with that. So how do we get, is this just stock dot? Yeah, it's gotta be, right? So we can create a base URL, split that up, and then piece it together to create the stock URL and from the base URL. And we'll need that part. Okay, so let's put that into motion. Shop. We can do the URL parse. That's probably better. We want from, or we can do from URL lib import parse. Isn't that, or is there a sub thing on that Chrome? Let's take a look. Python URL lib parse. Parse URL parse. That's what we want. Okay. So from URL lib dot parse import URL parse. Okay. And then we want, we can do it right here. Parts equals URL parse shop dot base URL. And then let's look real fast at scheme, netlock, path. We want that part, the netlock. Yeah, netlock. Okay. So we should be able to do here. We'll need F HTTPS shop dot $, oh no, not $, parts net lock. Is it a dictionary or is it, let's jump here, or I guess since we're already here, it's dot. Okay. We'll need slash, and then we'll need the product ID. This. And then we'll need payload. All right. Let's write out our payload. Let's start with the basic. And let's copy all of this, and then we'll modify it. Const URL, account details, that's right. We need to F this. We are trying to save space, right? So I'm gonna delete this. I don't know if I need this, but I'll leave it for now. Credentials we want, headers we want to remove. Fetch URL, my options, then response, then data, exfil, exploit URL. We need to define that. Key plus data API, fetch. Yeah, okay. Let's put a semicolon here and a semicolon there. That looks good. So we need to find exploit URL. Exploit URL equals, isn't it shop? Let me close the template. Yeah, that. Payload, rest. Get response URL. That looks good to me. Let's try to save space now. Oh, and I need to make sure I do that one. Okay. That looks good. Let's, line too long. I'm going to do space, pound, no QA. For that line, I'm going to comment out this line for now. And then let's run it. So Control D. Let's clear that. And Python breaking. Let's grab the URL home. I am still logged in. Not found. Okay. So, oh, because I don't have the shop. In the, I'll show you what I mean. So if I go here, notice I have product ID equals and then store ID. And that's how it worked. I don't think I have that in what I just did, which was get response. Let's send this. Actually, this doesn't look too bad. Send to repeater. So what's wrong with this one compared to this one? Host. Oh, shop, not stock. Ha. Stock. I don't think I need the store ID. We'll see. Oh, whoops. Thanks. I guess I do. Store ID equals 1. Missing parameter store ID. Did I not spell it right? Oh, did I do it? Not do an ampersand? Dang it. Ampersand. Okay. Error, invalid product ID const. That looks pretty good. Key equals. Why do I have? Oh, I have the space. I need to URL encode this. So, and we're gonna import parse, comma, quote. And quote this. That looks better. Invalid product ID equals. Oh, we don't have a script. And an end. We do have an end script. We just didn't have a start script. A script const URL. Details const my options. Fetch. Response and data. Const exfil. Boom. Boom. That looks freaking good. So We just have to deliver this URL to the victim, right? Have them visit that URL. I think that's right. So let's we don't want it to be in the shop. Well, do we want it to be? Yeah, we can. Response body, but we need to, oh no, that's fine. Sorry, I'm all over the place. We'll sleep one. We'll get the exploit log. And check if it's solved. So, boom. We don't need this. Payload. We no longer need that. No. Do we? Oh, yeah, because we do need the URL, because the URL is going to be our payload, not... We need them to visit that, so we can either do an iframe or like script with a location change. Let's do an iframe. So this will be response body will equal iframe source equals, we'll f this, source will equal URL, boom, 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 frame. That sounds right. We need to import time in RE. Import RE, import time. Move time below sys. Man, I think I got it. Let's check. Arrow up, you dingbat. None type is not subscriptal. Okay, so what do we do wrong? We post exploits. So let's go and look at the exploit server and iframe equals that. Let's look at the access logs. I wonder if it's because let's go back to exploit server and let's view this ourselves, see how it works against us. Inspect console, same origin. Just why are we trying to read policy reading the remote resource? Well, that should be fine, right? This looks okay. Let me open this. So I want to have this copy. Hey, it worked against us. We got the key there. Right here. So we know that when we viewed it, it worked. It did not work when they viewed it. Why not? We've got this script URL, HTTPS, count details. We set the options. What about the mode? We might not need this mode cord. Well, we need credentials include for sure. Response. Huh. Uh-oh, I'm kind of stuck. I don't know what's wrong. Normally, at least, I have some clue. But I think it's clear to say I am clueless. We want... Let's, what is this? Oh, this is the / exploit. So let's go here. Exploit. And let's take a look at what just happened. So we got exploit with this. And that meant that we got the product ID with the cross-site scripting, reflected cross-site scripting, which meant that there was a script that is right here. Mode CORS, credentials, include, fetch URL, my options, then response, const, key and data dot API key fetch exfil URL. We can combine these lines. While I don't think that's our issue, we could do that. And we know it worked because look, here's our request for the key. Is it in our delivery? It's got to be, right? Because our payload would work mode CORS. Credentials include. It's going to, and the instructions say that it include trusts all subdomains. So, because this request will be coming from the stock subdomain, CORS should be fine. Credentials include should be fine. And that request will exfil the data. So our delivery of using an iframe, is that the right? What's another way we could do that? If we delivered it with like script location equals okay, so let's try that one. So I'm gonna do shop.post exploit response body equals f script location equals, and then the URL that will change the location, right? All right, we can send this, and if it doesn't work, we can test it against ourselves. We're not gonna, yeah, see, because this is our own API key. Right now, our logic doesn't know the difference between our own and the admin, but it's not gonna error anymore because it is able to find an API key. It's just not the correct one. So this didn't work either. Let's visit and see why. There's gotta be something fundamental that I am just not getting. Okay. Let's take a look at the logs. You can see the victim got the exploit, but then did not. And there's our key. Spec console. The hell? Script location equals. What the hell? Start tag. See what? That's fine. It said it was the colon. Oh, I need quotes here. Gosh. Dang it. Come on, guy. Let's use single quotes and double quotes and double, nope, double quotes and single quotes. No. This is view source. We don't get an error. Well, wait till it loads. We did get that request. This is that research blocks, remote resource at exploit, that's fine. Cookies, request. This looks like it worked again. It did work. We got the exploit, then we delivered the payload. But when the client gets the exploit is not working. Why not? What would be the difference? I don't know. All right, well, I don't know what the problem is, so I'm probably going to look at the solution to see how close we came. All right, which I hate doing, but everything I mean, what can I troubleshoot? It works for me and exploits it. So I don't know. I don't have enough stuff to look at. So let's look at the solution. Send a request to resubmit, add I didn't actually get this. Oh, maybe that's HTTP. Ah, dang it. Do you think that's what it is? Let's go to repeater. Maybe it needed the whole thing. So let's add. Oh, this is the host. Sorry, I want this one. Origin. Access control. HTTP. So that worked with HTTP. I wonder if we visit the check stock here over HTTP. What's this one? Bad request. Let's check proxy. Where's our get stock? Right here? Yeah. Get stock. Oh, right here's the HTTP one. It worked fine. I wonder if that's it. And then I gotta figure out why that makes a difference. I don't know the answer to that. If this works. I'm obviously missing. No. We want to go here. Oh, what the heck? It did work. That was the difference. It's the problem is our script is getting our user ones and not. So let's modify our regex to look for one that starts with 10.0. But it did work. Woohoo! We needed a little bit of help, but not too bad. RE compile, we want 10.0 dot asterisk question 10.0 dot asterisk question mark and then slash key. Let's make sure that looks right. 10.0 dot asterisk question mark, which will take us to here, and then we can grab that key. That looks good. Let's solve this. Woohoo! All right, let's get the banner. So I think, there we go. I think the issue was when I was doing the repeater action here, I didn't see access control allow origin when I did like this, right? It's not reflected. So that means it shouldn't work. If I do this again, no, that worked. Okay, I don't know. The only thing I changed was visiting the insecure side of that URL. Anybody out there, you're watching this, you know why one worked and one didn't, why I was so close to being able to solve this, but had to look up the solution, I would appreciate it if you let me know. Stock, it worked when I went to the stock without HTTPS, but not when I used HTTPS. But we did end up solving it. This was a cool challenge. We exploited cross-site scripting to exploit CORS to get the API key and submit that. Awesome. All right, well, I hope I did a decent job of explaining what was going on and what I was thinking at the time. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much. Goodbye.